Shalom Yasharallah. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Back with another video, another lesson. All right, Lord willing and satisfying to you brothers, all right, and you sisters out there. The title is a response to an article. Okay, WEF declares U.S. election null and void, predicts Black Swan events, and more. All right, now shorten the title, but going to the article, it says WEF declares U.S. election null and void, predicts Black Swan events, will reset humanity in 2025. All right, and if you don't know what a Black Swan event is, let's go to it. It says, a Black Swan event is a rare, unexpected, and impactful event that's difficult to predict. The term is often used in finance to describe events with negative consequences. It says Black Swan events are rare and unpredictable and have severe consequences. They are often built to explain in advance, but can be rationalized after the fact. Black Swan events can have a major impact on society, such as on the stock market or global economy. And there's examples. They got the 2008 housing market crash, the C-19 pandemic, all right, 9/11, and hyperinflation crisis in Zimbabwe. And those are just a few examples. Okay, you have the also the Boston Marathon bombings, if you remember that. That happened around I want to say I had to been in middle school when that happened. I want to say 7th grade. So I want to say 2012, the Boston Marathon bombings, mass shootings, stuff like that. These are Black Swan events. All right. So it says, we'll reset humanity in 2021. All right, meaning they want to bring in their new world order. The old thing, this current, society is going to be different than when it resets. All right, it says the World Economic Forum has officially kicked off in Davos. And this article came out 24th. Today's the 26th, so 2 days ago. The World Economic Forum has officially kicked off in Davos, and the global elite, led by Klaus Schwab, are wasting no time making their agenda crystal clear. According to Schwab, the recent U.S. election results are proof that America can no longer govern itself. His solution? Forced the United States to bow to the authority of a globalist agenda through a series of covert and calculated attacks set to unfold in the coming year. So they're telling you he's literally telling you what's going to happen. Now, we don't know when it's going to happen. All right. It could be, in the middle of the year. Could be in the springtime, summer, maybe fall, going into the winter. All right, maybe going to next year if we still here. Hopefully not, Lord willing. But it says force the United States to bow to the authority of the globalist agenda through a series of covert and calculated attacks set to unfold in the coming year. It says, in his deranged and chilling plenary speech, Schwab didn't mince words. The WEF rules the world, and now it's time to bring the American people in compliance. It says, while America has been celebrating the end of, other countries, such as the UK, Australia, China, other parts of the world, they've been used as test, I want to say test subjects, but testing grounds, for what's going to come to America. Because these American people, they believe that nothing's going to happen. Ain't no, new world's going to come. Like the other countries, these third world countries, America's going to get hit. They're going to get it. Here in America, it's going to be the worst. All right, because these people in America never been through no crisis. They never been through famine or, blackouts and stuff like that. Okay? It says, while America has been celebrating the end of the disastrous Biden regime, we've kept our eyes locked on the globalists, watching their every move like a hawk. Insiders at the forum report that Klaus Schwab's behavior has taken a disturbing turn, described as increasingly erratic. He's said to resemble a paranoid and delusional figure, much like Adolf, all right, at the Munich Olympics. And these elites, he's not an elite, but he's a lesser luminary. These Edomites, they're nervous. They're getting scared because their time is running out. All right, they know what's about to happen. All right, they know that the Lord Yahweh Shai is about to return. That's why he's paranoid and he's scared. He's not the only one. I'm pretty sure the elites, they're scared too, because they know what's about to come. Right? It says, constantly fidgeting, sweating, and looking over his shoulder, Schwab appears to be unraveling under the pressure as the cracks in the globalist agenda become impossible to ignore. The elite may be reeling from the rise of the Trump administration, but make no mistake, they are far from retreating. In fact, they're doubling down on their efforts to regain control. And this is what it's all about. All right, let's get 2 Thessalonians 2. All right. But we can read this too. Ezekiel 28:1. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, all right, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus. All right, now the prince of Tyrus in that day his name was Ithelbal the third. Okay. He was a ruler. All right, from his it was three of them. His grandfather, I believe it was his grandfather. They were all named Ithelbal. Okay, and this is talking about Ithelbal the third. It says, the son of man sent to the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, right, which is your mind, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man, and not the Most High, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God. Okay, and that's Esau. Okay, let's get Isaiah. Let's get Isaiah 14. All right, and 13. It says, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So this man, he has, a God complex. He wants to be like the Most High, man. On the left-hand side, he wants to be God on the earth, with controlling the people. Okay, controlling everything you do, you buy. All right, you do something they don't like, they're freezing your account. Okay, it was an article I read. I forgot where it was at, but they said if you go against the system, they'll cut off your money. They'll cut off you getting rations for food. You won't get nothing for that month, or day or week. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's do it. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in a temple of God, showing himself that he is God. All right, and what is God? The Heavenly Father. He controls all things. Okay, on the left hand side and on the right hand side, he has control over all things, man. That's simple as that. Right? That's what these devils want. They will control over the people. They will control the resources. They will control of the earth, the water, because they're already in control of the earth. They want more power. Right? Schwab openly declares the World Economic Forum controls the world, and he was clear. The U.S. Constitution must be discarded, with America reduced to a vassal state under the globalist New World Order. The U.S. Constitution must be discarded. Okay, so your rights going out the window. The globalist elite are not interested in the will of the people. They are not interested in competition or meritocracy. Let's look that up. It says this is a government or the holding of power by people selected on the basis of their ability. A society governed by a meritocracy, a ruling or influential class of educated or skilled people. Okay, Let's go over here.
Meritocracy.
Meritocracy. Salaki. Meritocracy. A system, organization, or society in which people are chosen and move into positions of success, power, and influence on the basis of their demonstrated abilities and merit. Okay, a meritocracy. So let's go back. Salakia. You can also read this one. We'll read it, Lord willing, but if not, I put it in the link. But it says the globalist elite are not interested in the will of the people. They are not interested. They are not interested in competition or meritocracy. All right. It says what they are interested in is communism and authoritarianism. Okay, where they have all total control, a totalitarian government, and that means power consolidation at the most central of all levels. It says listen to Ursula von der Leyen complain that the New World Order has not turned into reality while complaining that competition is alive and thriving today. Make no mistake, the tide has turned. We are living in a historical moment, and the establishment elite are terrified of the people. WEF globalists are lining up to admit they are in dire predicament, while warning that a new plan must be hatched immediately to regain control and bring the U.S. to heel. What do the elite have up their sleeve? According to insiders, they believe they have the technology to unleash a series of devastating demics thanks to the work of the evil doctors, including Dr. Anthony Fauci and his teams of Chinese of gain of function specialists working with U.S. taxpayer dollars in biolabs across the world. Schwab has unveiled his top 5 risks facing the world in 2025. And for anyone familiar with his career, it's hard to miss the striking resemblance to the WEF's own not-so-hidden agenda. Schwab's vision of the future doesn't end there. With chilling precision, he is using behind closed-door meetings to lay out plans for artificial intelligence to monitor populations, clamp down on resistance, and ensure the WEF's policies are enforced without question. See? Control. All right? That means what? Cracking down on misinformation, disinformation, hate speech. All right? You talking online against the government. All right? It says as these unsettling plans unfold, it's clear the global elite have no intention of stopping. The demics, the juices, the sweeping loss of freedom in recent years, these aren't accidents. They're part of a calculated effort to reshape humanity into a more obedient, manageable population. The only question left is whether people will continue to understand the severity of the threat coming from the globalists. Let's read a scripture. Let's get Psalms. All right, 64 and 5. Excuse me. I read verse 1. It says, hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Okay, let's get this word whet. It means what? To sharpen. Okay, to sharpen, to whet. All right, look it up. Sharpen the blade. So they're sharpening, it says to sharpen. All right, to be pierced. Right? It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, all right, which is the Israelites. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, which is the mind. Let's get this word deep. Okay. This word deep is imak. All right, imak. It says deep, mysterious depths. Deep, unsearchable. Okay. You look it up. Mysterious. Difficult or impossible to understand, explain, or identify. Okay, so these devils have a deep mind, unsearchable. It says unable to be clearly understood. All right, inscrutable. Hope I said that right. Okay, so their heart is deep, man. The mind is deep. Okay, let's read the NLT version. It says, "O power, listen to my complaint. Protect my life from my enemies' threats. Hide me from the plots of this evil mob, from this gang of wrongdoers." This is a evil mob, man. Not just Edomites. All right, the Moab, Ammon, Ishmael, all the Lord's enemies. They're all in on this. All right, the elites of these people, at least. Okay, you can read Psalms 83. It says, "Hide me from the plots of this evil mob, from this gang of wrongdoers. They sharpen their tongues like swords and aim their bitter words like arrows. They shoot from ambush at the innocent, attacking suddenly and acting and fearlessly. They encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret. Who will ever notice, they ask. As they plot their crimes, they say, we have devised the perfect plan. Yes, the human heart and mind are cunning." So they think they devised the perfect plan against the people to get them into compliance by getting these juices, telling them to get their jabs, all right, by bringing these put them in fear, okay, bringing these certain false flags and T attacks, right? Because they're gonna want the peace and safety, right? Let's get that. Because they're gonna look for something, you know. 1 Thessalonians 5:3, "For when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." They're gonna want things to go back to normal, you know, like it happened in 2020. They wanted things to go back to the way it was, but it ain't gonna happen. Everything's gonna get worse and worse as we go on. Okay. So now let's continue to read. I ain't gonna read the whole thing because pretty lengthy, but I'll put the link in the description. I'll read a few more paragraphs. It says, where I leave off at. Trying. I'll just read this. It says, "As these unsettling plans unfold, it's clear the global elite have no intention of stopping. Yeah, the demics, the jump shots, the sweeping loss of freedom in recent years, these aren't accidents. They're part of a calculated effort to reshape humanity into a more obedient and manageable population. The only question left is whether people will continue to understand the severity of the threat coming from the globalists. The elites thought they could scheme behind the closed doors of Davos, plotting their future without us. But they were wrong. We're watching, and we have eyes and ears everywhere. Even inside the forum itself, the people are rising up, not just from the outside, but from within their very ranks." Let's get what's the how did that go? Their tongue. Let's try that. Their tongue shall fall upon them. I think that's how it goes. Yes. Oh, it's in the same chapter. Psalm 64 and I read 7. It says, "But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away." You see that? They make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. You got people who are coming out. They're called whistleblowers. All right, tell them. Some of them they're even they're juiced in. They're just used to tell the people what's coming because they have this thing where they have to tell you what's happening. Otherwise, their karma will fall upon them. But some of those people they're really coming out and telling all of what they're doing. People that have died. Some people have been been unalive because of the stuff that they tell, man. So yeah, their tongues are falling upon them. It says, "A whistleblower, someone who has seen the darkness firsthand, has come forward and revealed the truth about Klaus Schwab and his sinister agenda. The global elite are desperate to keep this hidden, but the truth is like a flood. It cannot be stopped. And it really started with the prophets, with the men of the Lord who've been bringing this stuff out for decades, starting with our starting with our apostles, bishops, and elders, a great millstone, and their elders. All right, starting with elder high priest or Rabbi Abba Bivens, who came on the scene, who was Elijah the prophet. All right, that's where it really started at. It says the global elite are in full panic mode after the U.S. election results, and Klaus Schwab, along with his WF cronies, have made their stance clear. Freedom in America is a threat to their agenda. According to their plan, a series of orchestrated global crises must bring America and the free world to its knees, and all future elections must be carefully controlled shams, mere illusions of choice designed to keep the people in check while the globalists tighten their grip on power. All right, you can look that up. It's called illusion of choice. Okay, I gotta go into it. I forgot how it went, but you really don't get the vote. Your vote doesn't count. It's really the electoral vote, but it gives you that illusion to think that you're doing something. It says notorious WEF agenda contributor Adam Grant, who also serves as Gil Bates' senior advisor, let the cat out of the bag, insisting that eliminating elections altogether will ensure the U.S. government and agencies have more integrity. All right, and you can I'll put the link in the description. You can read more on that. Okay, but they got these different they're gonna have different these Black Swan events happen, false flags. Okay, let's get Ezekiel 7 and 5. It says, "Thus saith the Lord power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come, and end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come." So evil is coming. All right, the morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. All right, so an evil is coming, man. The Lord's about to bring this evil through the left hand side of using Esau. All right, they're about to bring that sword, and let's get that. All right, Ezekiel 21 and 8. It says, "Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord," whose name is Yahweh. That's the Lord's name. His son's name is Yahweh Shai. "Say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son, as every tree." Right? Should we then make mirth? Should we then be in a mirthful spirit? All right, having Israelite marriages and cookouts and parties. All right, having Israelite bake-offs. No, man, we're not in the time for that, man. We're in a time of getting ourselves prepared to, be in this world while judgment is happening, and judgment can come upon us. So that's what we gotta examine ourselves as well. It says, and he have given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to be given to the hand of the slayer. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thighs. So it'll come upon who? Come upon Israel. And it's going to start at those who know that they're Israelites. All right. Let's get Psalms real quick. I think it's 17. Yep. Psalm 17:13. "Arise, O Yahweh, to disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." Okay. This is the Lord's sword, man. And they're about to bring that sword. Revelation 12 and 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil," Salakia. "For the devil," who's the devil? Who's the devil of the world, man? Who's the devil that's in the earth right now? It is a spiritual demon, all right, Satan, but it's also a physical devil on this world, who's ruling the world right now, who has control over everything, right? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, starting with the top, banking elites, all right? We know who they are. You really can't say their names, but the Rockefellers, the Red Shields, the Rothschilds, okay? You got lesser luminaries under them. Gil Bates, Klaus Schwab, Noah Yuval Harari. He's a Edomite. I don't care. He couldn't. He probably isn't, but I think he's a Edomite. But these lesser luminaries, man. Elon, okay, these are devils, man. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. They know that time is short. Okay, they know what was about to happen. All right, they know that the Lord Yahweh Shah is about to return and take down this kingdom, their kingdom. They thought it was going to rule forever, because they want to bring in a new world order. They want to continue to forward their kingdom, man. Right, but it says, I was just reading Ecclesiastes earlier. I think it's chapter 8. Let me see. Beginning. Yeah. Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. It says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. It's better than the end of a thing. And it's the end of this world. The end of Esau's world. When you go to the world is in the Greek is aeon, which it means age. The end of his age, man. And the world to come is the age of Yahweh Shai, all right, and the Israelites. Okay, the throne of David, all right, being set up in the earth. That's what they're afraid of, all right, because they were these people. They were in that they were when David was ruling, he had them in subjection. He had the throne of David is synonymous with the kingdom of heaven, because in the kingdom of heaven we're gonna have slaves. The throne of, and the time of David, when all 12 tribes were together, these nations were subject under David, man. Okay, under King David, our forefather. That's what they don't want. They want that to happen again. All right. So that's why they're trying to forward their, speed things up, bring out the mark of the beast, bring these, black swan events, false flags, all right, to get the people in compliance and to set up that new world order, man. But we know what that prophecy is going to play out. World War III is going to happen. They're going to be drawn out by, Israel to go to war. All right. And America, Babylon's going to be destroyed. Okay, so in the end, we have the victory. All right, like how we over. Let's get Revelation 15. Revelation 15 and 1. I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw it, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. And then they had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High, man. So the elect, the 144,000 and 1/3, the elect of the nation of Israel, they have the victory. Lord willing, we have that number, man, because they're not going to bow down to the beast. They're not going to bow down to the system, which is the image, or take his mark. All right, they don't overcome all of that. Lord willing, that's us. So they WEF declares U.S. election null and void, predicts black swan events and more. All right, but their enterprise is going to soon, all right, go down. We just gotta stay prayed up. Stay believing in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, we endure to the end, man. If we have that number. So Lord willing, this was edifying. All right, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, the teaching rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord, will you edified. To next video, I'm going to say, Shalom.